We have Brother Khalil here on top of LMC East London Masjid. As you can see, it's a beautiful grey day today. Okay, and we are actually on our way towards the Beehive, inshallah. Brother Khalil,
Yes.
how are you?
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah, good to hear. And with regards to the Beehive at the moment, what are we doing?
We're going to be topping up their feed today. Normally they have a whole bunch of honey that they can feed on. They've got some in there already.
Okay.
But because we're going to feed them just to make sure that they can survive the winter, we have to take off some of their honey because we're going to give back later.
Okay.
We need to supplement their feed.
Inshallah. And this is a notorious Beehive.
Notorious? They're good feed.
Alhamdulillah. Give me an idea of what phase 2 is looking like. Miriam Centre, just over there, to the main masjid, obviously beyond that. And here we are. Yes. Okay, wow, there we go.
They're still flying around even though it's cold. That's good. If you look on some of them, you might see a little yellow blob on their back legs.
Okay.
And that is actually pollen that you see.
Okay.
They're bringing the pollen back from the flowers, and those that are coming, which look empty, they've probably got nectar in their stomachs.
Oh, okay.
So they're not actually coming back empty. Bees never come back empty.
Okay.
They've either got nectar in their stomachs, they might have water, and you may see some yellow spots, which is if you're trying to attack them there as well.
Okay, so this is them having done their
They've done
long,
their-
hard day's work, and they're bringing home. Oh, I can see that. Look at the pollen.
Yeah.
Yes, the little. Wow.
They haven't finished their day's work. They go in, they unload, and they're straight back out again. They don't
Wow.
stop really.
Even when it gets dark and stuff.
When it gets dark, they stop only because it gets cold. It's more the cold than the
Sure. So they come back, they rest, and then they go back again.
Yeah, they don't really even rest. They work inside.
Wow.
They don't really sleep as much. They work 24/7. In the night, they're inside doing their work.
Proper busy buzzy.
Oh,
buddy.
busy bees. Yeah. Very
Alhamdulillah.
busy.
Okay, excellent. And we'll let you carry on. Sorry, bye, inshallah.
Usually, you don't have to feed them at all.
Mhm.
They always have honey,
Okay.
and you wouldn't take the honey off them that they need. So the only reason we take honey off at the moment is because we're treating them. You can't have the honey in there while we're treating them.
Alright, okay. And approximately how many bees are actually in this hive?
In the height of the summer, there would probably have been about 40 to 50,000.
40 to
This year,
50,000.
because of the small colony.
Yeah.
Normally, there'd be about 60,000.
60,000.
But now, because
subhanallah.
it's getting up to winter,
Yes.
a lot of the bees are dying,
Okay.
and their numbers will decrease.
Hmm.
But there'll still be about 10 to 15,000 days of winter.
Subhanallah.
They will survive throughout the whole winter.
Okay.
Normally bees, they only live for about 6 weeks. They're outside. The winter bees, they live for about 6 months. They
6
live in the
months.
cold, yeah.
Wow.
The only reason they live for so long is
Hmm.
because they're inside and they're not working.
Okay.
It's the actual practice of
So they can
working.
conserve their energy, as to speak.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
They conserve their energy. It's actually the work which, that's why they die, because they're working so hard. There's some there ready and waiting. Okay, they're waiting for the food to come. And what will happen is the syrup will go in here,
Yeah.
and then they go down here, and then they grab the syrup from in there. So they can't come in here, they can only grab it from in there.
And this is their main source of energy, as to speak.
For the moment, they're probably bringing stuff in anyway.
Yeah.
If they're bringing honey in and they're bringing nectar in.
Okay, so this is
then-
like a surplus, just in case.
Yeah, just in case. When the weather's bad, they can't really go out, and the weather's been quite bad recently.
Yeah, sure.
So when they fly, you can see that they actually go up and up. And
Yes.
normally they go that way,
Alright.
so that way is their flight path. Once they know, then they go back to the hive, okay? Tell the other bees down there.
Okay.
Sometimes what you see is when this goes in, you might actually see a lot of bees coming out from the entrance. You see that sometimes.
Okay.
Because they tell them that, oh, they found some food close by. And the other ones are not sure where it is, so they go looking everywhere for it.
Okay. And then they just come around and, oh look, we found them at the top. And then they will come in.
We don't want to do it on this side.
No, no.
We wanted to go for the hiding here.
Sure. Have you had any, in terms of your own experience,
Yeah.
you know, any bad, say for example, situations with bees, or have they genuinely been pleasant with yourself?
Yeah, alhamdulillah, they've been very pleasant. I have been stung a couple of times, 3 times actually. So they were all my fault. One time I think I squashed one. I went down on the floor and there was some underneath me.
Oh dear.
So I think I probably deserved that one.
Okay.
And once in the winter when we were doing some procedure on them, they don't like being opened up in the winter.
Okay, this is where they try to get as much rest as they can, is it?
Well, it's the heat as well. They need to keep the heat within them, within the hive,
Okay.
or within the cluster.
So what would happen to this one during the winter then? Would there be
They'll
any
stay
special measures that would be taken?
Not really, to be honest. We'll put some more insulation on the top, like this thing. That's actually insulating the hive. And the only other thing we may need to do is we may need to strap it up just so that it doesn't move around in the
Okay, just in case of chaotic conditions weather-wise.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And the only other thing we may do is put a bit of protection on it in case of woodpeckers. Woodpeckers are,
okay.
woodpeckers are one of the things that can destroy a hive.
But would they know if they knew that bees were here? Would they be messing around?
Woodpeckers are a bit funny animals actually, but once they don't really go for hives, but if they discover a hive,
okay,
and then they discover there's honey there, they'll come back year after year after
continuously the same place.
Yeah, they remember, they'll come back.
Okay, so of course there's a risk element there.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you want to make sure they don't do it in the first next day of treatment you have to put in a couple of weeks time.
Okay. And what is this particular thing here?
That's a small hive actually. We probably don't need it right now.
Alright.
But it's there for next year.
Okay, so this is what it looks like inside the hive.
That's what it looks like inside the hive, yeah. We have a number of, well this is not one, it's actually a dummy ball they call it. We have frames inside the hive.
Okay.
We have a number of them.
Yep.
And that's where the honeycomb is.
That's where they deposit the honey, is it?
That's where they deposit the honey, and that's where the babies are inside as well, being born.
Okay.
Being laid, eggs in there. That's their whole existence. It takes place in the comb.
Okay, excellent. Alhamdulillah. As you can see, the bees are taking in the pollen. They're carrying them with them. Alhamdulillah. I'm not sure if you can notice that, but I think that's one bee there trying to show us the fact that he's done a good hard day's worth of work. Alhamdulillah. And they're going to go straight back out to get some more pollen. And you mentioned in the sense that, I mean, with bees, it's because of bees that, you know, that they kind of help to, you know, to pollinate the plants and to spread.
They're the best pollinators of plants, vegetables, fruits that you can get.
So we as human beings are in fact dependent on bees.
Very,
in fact,
very much
strongly
yeah.
dependent. Yeah. Mashallah.
Even people that you know eat meat a lot, and some people think, oh yeah, I don't eat vegetables or fruit, I just eat my meat.
Yes.
I like my meat as well. But the food that's fed to a lot of these cattle is pollinated by bees as well.
Of course.
So you know, it's all,
the food
it's all
chain itself.
Yeah,
Mashallah.
food chain, yes.
This is how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given them a responsibility as bees to help the rest of humanity.
Yeah. And bees are very unique in their species in that when they pollinate, they might pollinate a tree.
Yep.
Then one bee will go to that same tree. He won't go from this tree, and then he won't go to a different variety. He will pollinate the whole tree.
Wow.
And then that tree becomes well pollinated, and then he'll go to another tree, which is like an apple tree. So he might go to one apple tree, then you go to another apple tree, and then you go to another apple tree.
Okay.
You won't jump around between different species.
No, so we'll focus on one particular species of a tree or
then
fruit,
the
etc.
pollination goes from that one tree to the next tree to the next tree, and the tree will become pollinated like that.
Alhamdulillah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I think it's my watch. I felt like, hold on, I've got gloves on, but I can't have been stung. It's just my watch.
You know you got done.
Alhamdulillah.
Okay, mashallah, they're okay.
Okay, Brother Khalil, Jazakallah khairan. Would you like to say to anything to all the listeners from the MCR Children's Show, inshallah, as a final farewell before we see you again?
Yeah, assalamu alaikum to everyone. I hope you enjoyed this and have a read up about it, see what you can find. There's a lot of interesting facts about bees you can find in the Quran and Hadith as well. So inshallah, have a look around, see what you can find.
Jazakallah khairan wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.